All right, check this out. You guys are back in the building, and I'm your host, Blue Devil. You guys are watching The Hater World live and direct. Now, check this out. We got a video reaction. Mr. Capone-e talking about uh, Kendrick Lamar and Lefty Gunplay about the whole situation about not letting Lefty up on stage. Now, look, I already did a whole video to it, but I want to hear what Capone got to say. He's somebody that's been around big names, big artists, big stages. He's been in the game for a very long time, so I want to see if he got anything to add that's gonna help out Lefty's case, because we all know that Lefty looked a little desperate for attention. All right, now salute to Lefty Gunplay, that's the boy. Salute to Capone, that's the boy. Uh, and salute to everybody watching. Now, look, very simple, very quick. We had a podcast last night with Almighty Suspect. Salute to my boy. He pulled up with the quickness, show some love. Whatever he needed, we catered to him. He was in need of some, and real quick, what's up, big dog? Can you pull up real quick? Almighty right here, searching, browsing. And the homie pulled up. Salute to my homie for pulling up with the quickness, dog, and making that happen. If you know, you know, right? Now, check this out. Go watch that video. It's going viral right now. I saw Brandon from No Jumper reacting to it. As a matter of fact, over on this page, he had a fake Hater World bot account being very, racist towards the black homies. And I had to go in there and let him know, like, look, big dog, that's not us. Just letting you know right now. Because people were believing that was us. All right. So go watch that. I'm gonna clip it up, have it up tomorrow. Today we have 44 Vato in the building. 44 Vato, the homie with the orange mask that don't show his face. He gonna pull up at 7 p.m. Let's go wild. Everybody pull up. The TTS will be in full effect, so anybody that wants to drop the super chat, it will be read out loud for the entire building to hear it. So make sure you guys pull up. And very quick, if you not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, bro, right there. Bam. Look, homie, we just dropping reactions and content. We're not doing this race baiting. We're not disrespecting people no more. We're not going at nobody. We're just doing content, bro. So to all you soft-hearted weenies that didn't want to subscribe because you felt like Blue Devil was being disrespectful, that Blue Devil's gone. Unless you really give me to a point of no return. But we're not disrespecting the other side. I had a guy in the comments yesterday said, Blue Devil, I'll rock with you, dog, but you say the word buster a lot. I said, don't trip, fool, that's out the window. I know I said it, but not in that context. I go, I got you, my boy, that's out the window. I ain't tripping. New year, new me. My year starts in June, so there you go. All right, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, be notified, and to the squad, salute to the squad, salute to the day ones and the day threes. If you're not receiving notifications, go to the bell, click on it, and switch the option. All right, and I'm not reading. I'm looking at my text because I'm waiting for a text message. Let's go. Let's watch this video. Let's see what Capone got to say. I'm not going to pause unless I have to.
What's happening? It's your homie, Mr. Capone, the one and only, chilling like a villain. Hey, you already know what it is. Hey, been there, done that. You know what's cracking? It's the baby OG in the game, whatever you want to call it. Hey, by the way,
Hold on. Baby OG? Come on. What did I just hear? Baby OG?
today's subject is Lefty Gunplay going to the Kendrick Lamar show and not being allowed on stage. Subjects of new generation versus old generation on their behavior or their demeanor in this whole game with urban hip hop. And number 3 subject is Drake beef versus Kendrick beef. All right, let's get this cracking. Before we start, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Subscribe to your homie Capone, because I'm going to give you that real clutch shot. Whether you like me, hate me, don't like me, want to be racist, whatever you do what you want to do, but I'm going to speak the real. So it is what it is, homie. SUV's most wanted, LA County's most wanted, Mr. Capone. Love means to hate. Hey, it is what it is. All right, back to what I'm saying. Subject today: Lefty Gunplay at the Kendrick Lamar show wasn't allowed on stage. All right. I have a lot of intel, and I have a lot of what's the word say? How I feel about that.
Emotions.
All right. First of all, let's just be real with it. Kendrick Lamar, he don't have to have Lefty on stage. You can't blame the black community. You can't blame urban hip hop. You can't blame none of them for that. If they let you on there, they let you on. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. But they don't have to. And what we did in our generation, we never chased it. As you can understand what I'm trying to say. We just did our thing.
That's what I was thinking.
And people came to us, showed us respect. Now, I hear a lot of hate, and it's not to do with Lefty, because Lefty to me is one of the leaders of the new generation that's keeping it the most realist out of everyone.
Facts.
Straight up.
Facts.
But there's a lot of people like right there with Lefty or coming up and just following that trend. They have different kind of opinions, and they don't like guys like me. You know what I'm saying? Where I know Lefty kind of understands and respects the older generation, OG. I don't even want to call myself older generation. I'm still a baby boy. But they still respect people who've been through it, right? But there's a saying, the new generation, man, we're doing music with black artists. We say the N-word, homie. We say ninja this, ninja that. We with it. They're messing with us. They're rocking with us. These old generation, these other fools back in the day, they ruined it for us. That's why it didn't blow up, Ninja, because Ninja, we with them with shit. Like, you know, they're talking all this whoop, whoop, whoop.
Recently, there's been a lot of artists that have been coming out of the woodwork, expressing their opinions, expressing their feelings about Capone, about other people, about podcasts, about podcasters, you know, and I ain't got nothing to say about that. I don't care. You know, it's never a problem until you create a problem, right? It's never a topic until you make it a topic, right? If that makes any sense. Let's go.
You know, like all this talk that they're so cool with the I guess you want to say black community, because we didn't really look at it as a color. We just did our thing, and it's like, hey man, you're a legend, dog, whatever, boom, boom. But this new generation, a lot of them are talking like them, sounding like them, dressing like them, which is not wrong. You can dress however you want to dress, but you know, we just were raised with, hey, this is our stilo, we're gonna do our thing. And sure, they're like, this is our stilo, and we're gonna do this is our swag, and we're gonna run our swag. And it is what it is. To mingle together is all respect. But then there's sometimes when how can you say it, when the respect level turns into idolization, right? And a lot of these little youngsters in our music now start idolizing, I want to be like Kendrick, I want to be like that, which is cool. You can always love that music, but idolizing something, stick to what you know and what's good is, to me. And that's a personal opinion, right? And as a personal opinion, I feel so when we came out.
So what he's saying is this, bro. A lot of people always want to be like I want to make it in the rap, so I gotta dress like Kendrick or talk like Kendrick, or like I gotta dress and act like the other black homies. I gotta be like them in order for them to accept me. I gotta do that. That's what I gotta do. Wear the designer, wear the belts, the shoes, the Louis, the Gucci. I gotta do all that in order to be accepted by the black homies. I gotta say the N-word. That's what he's saying, right? But in all reality, he also just said, be yourself. Be yourself, bro. If you're good at Chicano rap, be Chicano rap. If you're good at Southside podcasts, in which they label me, and I don't fucking know why, be good at that. If you're good at white music, rock and roll music, be good at that, dog. You know, don't switch it up to be accepted. Be you, and everybody will come knocking.
Just stuck to our gun, and the black community showed us nothing but love.
Oh, see there.
We worked with Snoop Dogg, The Game, Migos. I mean, the list goes on. Albums with Sugar Free, MC8. The list goes on. Bone Thugs. Shout out all of them guys, man. We did it with everyone, and it was all mutual respect, mutual love. Black artists I didn't want to say it like that because it makes it seem like there's two different. We're all hip hop artists, but artists of that community put us on stage. I remember Cam taking me to the big old 93.5 K-Day show. I got my homie Capone. I've been on stage with Snoop. I've been on stage with Bone Thugs. Man, the list goes on. Game, tapping me, looking at me at a club like, Capone, what's up? I mean, the list goes on because it's respect. There's no wannabes. They know real when they see one. And that's what happens. Now, I know I'm saying all this, and why I'm talking about that for the Lefty thing is kind of intertwining together. My reasoning for that is our generation, like I said, we did our thing and we didn't expect no handouts and we didn't expect nothing. And I know Lefty's grinding and he's not expecting no handouts, but he feels like he deserves a little more. And do I feel like he deserves a little more? Yeah, I feel like he does deserve a little more. Like Kendrick should put him up on stage. Someone should have looked out for him. Someone should, but it's not Kendrick's fault. Maybe he didn't know, right? I don't know. We don't know what's going on. I've been on stage many times. I had a homie crying on the corner that he didn't get to come backstage. He's from my neighborhood. Next thing you know, he's crying to the homies. And the homies had to check him because, hey, homie, every time Capone rolls with us, he puts us on stage. He didn't put you on stage, homie. Why are you crying to us for, homie? So I get it.
Oh wow, Capone just aired out somebody from his hood. I know a couple people from Capone's hood. There's a homie that got a tattoo shop, and that's a good homie right there. Uh, and we used to work together back in the day, as far as like business wise, not like at a warehouse. Talking about like business. Salute to that homie. I don't really want to say their names, you know. But he's all over the Capone DVDs back in the day. But what he's saying basically is, sometimes it's a misunderstanding. Sometimes people get carried away. People do too much sometimes, you know.
Rappers, new rappers, old rappers. Oh, Capone's not helping us out like he helps out this rapper. I've seen all the complaints and cryings all day, but I don't think Lefty, he's complaining or crying. He's just trying to get on stage. And Kendrick might have not known, but he might have known. Who knows, right? At the end of the day, it would have been a good thing if he got on stage. I seen AZ Chink on stage. We have a song with me, Rucci, and AZ Chink. We'll check it out. It's on Rucci's album. A couple years ago, but he was on stage with Kendrick. It is what it is, all right? He could pick and choose or however he wants to run it, right? But I just wanted to bring up to the situation that I feel like we don't even really need to chase nothing, man, because we just do your thing and you'll be successful. And I feel like Lefty is he wants to be inspired he wants it so bad that he's ready to do everything it takes to get it. And that's a good attitude. But sometimes, Lefty, to him and, to everyone else in the community, man, you successful in your own lane. Keep going, keep grinding. I'm sure he knows that. I'm sure he understands that. And people on the podcast and all these clips that they're putting, they don't get it. They don't understand it. But just keep running it. You know what I'm saying? Never forget your community.
Yeah, but sometimes food like that. Okay, put it to you like this. This is one thing I didn't mention on the last episode, right? All right. Kendrick already did what he did for him, right? Big. He didn't have to, right? All right. Now Lefty keeps putting Kendrick in these situations that might annoy Kendrick. Like, who invited that motherfucker over here? Here he is. And now I'm on the headlines everywhere that I don't fuck with Mexicans and I don't want Lefty on stage. That ain't true, dog. It's just not part of the show. Or I just don't want to have it on the show. Like, I already did enough. But now this fool is doing all these clout moves that now I gotta respond because all the Mexicans don't think I fuck with him. So now Lefty is putting Kendrick in a situation where it might just annoy him to the core, where he just cuts you off entirely. You gotta be a little bit more patient, Lefty. Work hard. You're already doing a great job, my boy, but just keep putting in that work, and eventually, whatever it is you're searching, you'll find. And with that being said, salute to everybody. Salute to Capone. Tonight's podcast, 7 p.m. 44 Vato. And if you're watching this in the future, go watch Almighty Suspect 5/29/25. And we out.